Okay, we're going to have the serious conversation today, okay? Come on in, sit down, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the DV, domestic violence. Let's have the conversation. Not only do we need to talk about the different types of domestic violence that exist, but we need to talk about you being safe and okay. We need to remove the gender labels from the conversation straight away, because men can experience domestic abuse worse than women at times, yeah? No one is immune. We can talk about domestic violence from different angles as well. It's not just husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend. There are family members, other people that live in the home. Nowadays, with the housing crisis that we do have, we've got family homes with grandparents, uncles, aunties, cousins, extended siblings, family members from outside of our immediate circle. Only that's the easiest options I can say. That's before mentioning the other layers of people that come in from different countries, au pairs, people that you bring into your house like nannies, people that are students staying in your accommodation, roommates, your partners, boyfriend or girlfriend, your cousins or your uncles or your mum or dad's partner, the extended family are wider, your stepsister's cousin, your stepsister's brother, your brothers and sisters. The family home is bigger than it's ever been before, and so is the rise in domestic abuse. We're not going to shy away from that conversation today, because I hope that today brings clarity to your mind. That's what I want to bring forward, because I feel like a lot of you guys will be like, am I in a domestic situation? Am I not? Is this okay? Is it not okay? Where's the ground for me to stand on? I need advice. Should I get counselling? Should I tell someone? Should I move out? What should I do? Because this conversation's sticky, because finance is a problem, where you go is a problem, creating a rift in the family is a problem. So you stand around and you keep taking it. Let's look at the layers of abuse first, shall we? Financial abuse, emotional abuse, manipulation, physical abuse, sexual abuse, yeah? Psychological abuse, spiritual abuse. You have to have a certain belief or religion. You have to take part in spiritual rituals. You have to get used sexually in a specific kind of way. Sex trafficking's on the rise. You have to have sex with other people in the house to stay there. You have to be willing to do certain sexual acts to be there. You have to be quiet and be abused. You have to be tied up, locked away. These are things that happen today. You're not alone. You have to stay within this room. You're not allowed to come out when these people are there, but these people are always there. You have to dress this way. You have to dress that way. You're only allowed this much money. You only get money if you do this or that or this or that. If the house isn't clean, if there isn't a meal on the table, if the food doesn't taste good enough, you will not be paid. You will sleep on the floor. You will sleep in the dog kennel. You won't be allowed in the house. You'll sleep in the garden if you don't talk to me right. You have to have sex with me. It's compulsory. You're with me. You have to have sex. No, you don't. Under no circumstances do you need to have sex. Do you need to cook a meal? Do you need to be forced to wear something you don't want to? Do you need to be forced into illegal crime or activity? No, you don't. You don't have to do anything you are uncomfortable with. And if anyone is forcing you to do something you don't want to do because you live under their roof, then that is a form of abuse. That is a form of control. That is a force of manipulation, and they are using what they have and hanging it over your head because it gives them a power seat. That's domestic That's domestic abuse. Domestic violence is when it becomes violent and abusive, verbally or physically, because of the accelerated domestic imbalances within the home, because you're not allowed to be entirely you. You can't move or step or say or do or exist wholeheartedly as you within that person's home, because often My rules. If you're under my roof, it's my rules. But what if your rules are immoral? What if your rules lack integrity? What if your rules strip me of safety and respect? What if your rules humiliate me over and over again? What if your rules tear me down and make me sick? Mentally, emotionally, or spiritually? What if I'm not okay with your rules? Then get out, live on the street, be homeless, be poor, be a bum, have nothing, have no one, have no family, and have no friends. You either live under this roof, under my rules that are immoral or abusive, or you live on the street, you scum tramp, you homeless dog, you worthless scoundrel. Just some of the abusive words and language you may experience in these situations and circumstances. When someone speaks down to you, looks down on you, makes it clear that you are beneath me because you don't even have a house, you don't even have a roof over your head, you need me. Without me, you're nothing. That's abusive. That's manipulative, that's controlling, that's psychological abuse. Because now I don't need to harm you physically or even verbally. I can just make you feel like you're worthless, you're worthy, and you need me to survive. Where would you be without my house? That's scary for me, and why we're talking about this today. Because as someone who's gone through homelessness, I really understand what it means to liberate yourself and live in a free life where you can do what you want versus being controlled over someone else's roof. Now, I haven't gone to high levels of abuse like I've described, but I understand many people that do. And I understand how it starts off as a little bit of informal nudging or manipulation of, you best do that to stay in line here. You best do that to be in my good graces. Remember who you're living with. Remember whose roof this is. Remember who has control here, right? Which is a normal thing to do. You have a roof. You set the standards for your home, especially if they're a child. But if you are an adult living under someone else's roof, paying your way, looking for safe passage and stability, looking to that person as a guiding light, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your other, you're looking for equality. You're looking for harmony, you're looking for safety, you're looking for an even exchange of love and understanding, kindness, compassion, reciprocation. You're trying to get yourself back on your feet, you're trying to save money, you're trying to work out where you're going to live before your baby's born. You're working out on how much more money you can save before you move over and get that new job. You're trying to save enough money to get your own house. You just need a few more months before you can afford your own property. You're saving up for the loan for the mortgage. You just moved out of an abusive relationship. Now you're staying with a friend on their sofa. You don't want to upset them and you're cleaning up, getting out of the way as much as you can, but you're constantly getting dragged into unhealthy situations with them, and now you're forced to do things for them. Now you need to pay this person's bills all the time because they're telling you, oh, I'm really struggling, I don't know how I'm going to get by, and you're not contributing enough. So now you're staying with them and you're broke and you're trying to get yourself back on your feet, but you have to buy them a new washing machine and a new dryer, and they've just got a new bill that's come in that's £500 something for the gas or electric, and you've got to pay that too. Now you're struggling because the money you're meant to be saving to get out of there, you're now paying in there, and you're more and more struggling, and they're more and more looking at you like you're the burden and you're the problem and you're the reason the house is not working, right? How do I get out of this? I need money, I need stability. I don't want to live in the street, I don't want to live in a tent, I don't want to be abused. Me and my kids are going to be out on the street if we don't follow what this person says, because he pays for breakfast, lunch and dinner because I've got no money. And he said if I give all my money to him, he'll make sure I have a roof over my head forever. So every time I get my salary, I give it all to him straight away. And he feeds me, he buys me clothes, he looks after the kids, he looks after everyone. I wouldn't know what to do without him, but I have to sleep with him every single night. And when he's angry, yeah, he does slap me about. Vice versa, I love my girlfriend so much. But sometimes when I'm sleeping, she forces herself on me sexually and I don't want to, and I tell her, no, I don't want to have sex. But she takes my genitals out and forces me to have sex with her over and over again, especially when I beg her not to and tell her I'm not in the mood. She forces me into sex. That's rape. My partner repeatedly makes me sleep with his friends, makes me dress up in front of his friends, forces me to wear specific outfits when his friends come round. He has lots of friends that come round. They pay him money just to look at me, just to see me, for me to do sexual favours for them. First, it's just started off casually as one event that had no money attached to it, or at least I thought. Then I realised he's secretly getting paid for the things that I do, that he forces me to do, that I did out of love for him, that I did because I felt like I needed to do it to stay in the house. He said he would kick me out of the house if I didn't do something sexual to his friends. So I did it to one of his friends. Now I do it to all of his friends, and his friends are paying him. I don't even see that money. I'm being abused sexually. That's trafficking. That's the acceleration of trafficking. Are you safe? Do you feel okay? Do you feel at risk? Do you feel vulnerable? Do you feel like parts of you are suppressed? You can't be you all the time. Do you feel like you have to bite your tongue and say less? Do you feel forced to do things that you never would normally do, but you have to do it just to keep the peace, make things all right, just so you can have a roof over your head a little bit longer? Are you scared to sleep, to put your head down to rest? Are you scared to look someone in the eye? Are you scared of your children being put at risk? Are you scared of being judged or shunned or made to feel less than you? Are you scared that everyone's going to talk about you and there's going to be a story dragged out about you? You're going to be tarnished and blackened with the brush of the person who's done wrong here? So you keep doing everything you can to do right, so you're not seen as something you're not? Are you doing everything you can to escape that environment anytime you can? Are you depressed? Are you having depressive episodes in the environment that you're in? What is the breaking point for you? When do you go, I'm not okay? I'm not safe. I'm broken. I'm depressed. I'm suicidal. I'm struggling. I feel limited here. I feel unsafe. This is manipulative. This is abusive. This is tearing me down psychologically. This isn't healthy. This isn't who I am. This isn't aligned to my morals or integrity. I feel disrespected here. Regardless of my financial bracket and my belongings and my net worth, I feel this is beneath me. I deserve more. I feel like I need more than this. I feel like I have to save myself from this. I can't keep living this life. What is that for you? What's that moment? Is it the first time you get hit? The first time you get swindled out of money? The second time you get hit? The first time you get abused? The first time they slap your child? The first time they lock you in that cupboard? The first time you fear for your life and think you actually may die because of what they've done or doing to you? The first black eye you cover up with makeup? It's not so bad, he didn't mean it. The second time you do it again, at least it didn't hurt as much as the first time. At least I was prepared this time. Now you're on the 10th wound, all over your body. When is the time in your mind to say, This isn't normal. This isn't okay. This isn't what relationships are made of. This isn't healthy. This isn't safe. I need help. I need a safe space. Wherever you live, all around the world, all you have to do is Google domestic help abuse or domestic violence help near me, psychological help near me, well-being help, local shelter, yeah, homeless shelter near me, yeah, police stations, local councils, local churches, local children's centres and nurseries also have specialist staff that are experienced with this. So even if you don't know them, but you have a local nursery in the area, early years practitioners, childcare practitioners that have been trained, nurses, hospitals as well, pharmacies. You can walk into any of these places all around the world and just say, I need help. I need help. If you haven't got friends or family, because sometimes friends and family will encourage you to go back. We all get beaten. My husband beat me up last week. Look at my bruise. It's not a big deal. Kissed him last night. We're good. We're going on holiday next week. Off to Ibiza. No, not a big deal. You know? We all go through things. You'll get over it. Mum went through it. She said it's fine. Dad used to do it to Mum. It's not a big deal. It's not okay. If it's taken away from your mental, emotional, or spiritual health, physical health, psychologically, yeah? These cases are getting worse and worse and worse, and there were really serious incidents during isolation where abuse was at fever pitch for children and adults trapped in isolation with their abusive partners. This incident isn't going to go away overnight. It requires you to be strong enough to go, I need to be safe and free. I need to get away quick. This is dangerous. I feel at risk here. This doesn't feel safe. This feels toxic. This feels abusive. I need to get out. Maybe you do it in secret, maybe you do it quietly, maybe you go to the pharmacy one day and just ask a question, then you go back the next day, ask another question, you head to the local walk-in clinic, you head to any local place that you can go to and you say, I need help. Can you help me? Even a shopkeeper, a cafe, if it's that serious and you don't know where to go and you've always got that local coffee shop where that man always gives you a nice smile or that woman always gives you a nice smile. If you're really in that awful situation, just go there one day and say, can I talk to you, please? I need help. Because believe it or not, there are angels all over this planet, earth angels, and a lot of people in hospitality and different services and positions will know exactly what to do in that incident because they've been trained to handle difficulties with customers. So if you were in a difficult situation, you could cry and lean on someone and just say, I need help. I'm struggling. I'm being abused. I feel violated. They've taken all my money again. So I can't go out, I can't do anything because I've got nothing again. They've hit me again. He hit my child again. He abused me sexually again. I know what I'm going home to tonight. I'm going to work from 9 to 5, but when I leave to go home, I know what I'm going home to. I need to tell someone. I need safe passage out of this trauma. I don't want them to know, but I want to be safe. So let's talk about the early stages of release and surrender and escape. And let's be confident enough to call it escape today. In certain incidents, you know you need to get away and you know you want to get away, but you don't know how to get out without causing alarm because your abuser or whoever the person is could be incredibly abusive and it could escalate really rapidly, especially if you've got children. So what you do is you play like everything is normal for as long as you can, and you keep going down that normal route and you keep monitoring the behavior. You see an escalation in abuse. You got abused on Monday and you just acted normal. They've abused you again on Wednesday, but you're still acting normal. You know you need to get out now. More than likely, they're going to abuse you again on Friday. Start building up the courage. Start moving all your essential items to where they need to be. Or at least have an awareness of all your essential items. Where are your keys? Where are your passports? Where are your bank cards? Where are your clothes? Where are your essential items? If it was an emergency and you needed an emergency to go bag, where would it be and how would you pack it? What are the emergency items you need to leave with, flee, run, get away with as quickly as you can, and where would they be? What are the biggest windows of time that this person is out of the way and you're free for a little bit? They go to the toilet, they have a shower, they have a bath, they go outside to have a fag, they go and do some shopping, they're going to see their mates. When is that time of safety for you? And how could that be a window of opportunity to get out and go? Who could you tell? Who could you not tell? Where is your local place? Where is your backup local place? What other options do you have? How confident are you to report this as a crime to the police? A lot of questions to think of, a lot of scary thoughts to actually get up and go. But when you do, and you walk into that safe place, that police station, that hostel, that homeless shelter, wherever you have to go, you know you're free or you're fleeing. And you own that, and you wear your truth with pride, and you own the fact that I've been in something toxic, I've been in something dangerous, I'm unsafe and I'm not okay, I'm fleeing, I'm leaving. I need help, I need protection. And it's not always easy, and there may be a night or two where you do have to rough sleep or struggle or bounce around from family home to family home or struggle to get by. But better days will come, because the thing that's trapping you will be no longer a trap around you. Then you can start rebuilding your life from scratch. And that's the scariest thing, is because the option sometimes feels a lot easier to stay in the abuse and stay where you are and stay in the struggle and difficulty than having to start all again from the bottom with nothing and no one. So it's often a situation of, I can manage this abuse. I can manage a black eye every now and then and a punch in the ribs or in the gut. I can manage that. Because at least I've got a house and I've got food and I've got money, and I wouldn't have to leave my job. My manager wouldn't have to know. My kids wouldn't have to worry. The kids don't see this. It's fine. It only happens when they're sleeping at night. So when you realize it's beyond that, and you deserve more, and you deserve a happy home and a safe place for you to heal and grow and become who you're destined to be, then you shift, and then you know you never go back. It has to be a deciding factor. That's unsafe, that's dangerous, I can never go back to that, it's time to move on. So I need to put social services, child protection, if you've got children, local authorities, police station, whatever I need in place. I need protection, I need it now, and I need to be put somewhere safe. Find out how those processes work for you, because all around the world it is different. Get to a safe checkpoint and learn for a period of time, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it takes. You may be alone, you may have no money, you may be struggling, you may be bouncing from home to home, you may not know how you're going to survive, but one day you'll look around and go, whoa, I did survive. I made it out. And now I can start rebuilding the life I want. I can have the career that I want. I can dress how I want. The money I have is actually my money now. I can take the power back into my hands. I can have a life that I deserve. My child is never going to have to grow up and see me abused again. Start taking the mental steps. It starts with the mental steps. The mental steps that remind you, you are more than your abuse. You are more than your abuser. Anyone who is willing to abuse you and ruin your psychological sense of self, tear you down mentally, spiritually, manipulate you and control you, because they hold the power in their eyes, shows you everything you need to see. Because really, if that person loved you, you would be equal and you would be valid and you will be respected, not mistreated. Stand up for yourself mentally. Start building the resilience in your mind. Positive affirmations, positive self-talk. Anytime they talk down to you, make you feel like you're insignificant and less than because they are providing for you, or you are just a mere piece of fabric in their blanket of life, tell yourself otherwise. Program your mind to believe in you and believe that you deserve greatness. Keep going. Do not give up. Build your strength. Build your knowledge. Build your understanding of who is around you to help you and save you, and where you can go to the point where you're brave enough to take that step and then actually go. I really hope this helps. If any of you have been through a situation like this, feel free to share your comments down below to offer advice and words of wisdom to others about what it means to overcome abuse of all kinds. Yeah? If you've got better ideas and strategies and documents and websites, share them in the comments as well. Let's start helping people liberate themselves, because the housing crisis is only accelerating. More and more people are going to be trapped in really toxic home environments that they can't get out of, where depression takes over, suicidal ideation takes over, and financial abuse, manipulation of all kind take over, and you're left stuck wishing and wanting to be able to be you again, but you've lost you in the midst of everything and everyone else. Don't give up, okay? Don't give up on your own place. Don't give up on your own house. Don't give up on your own dreams. Don't give up on you being able to wake up every single day. You live and breathe and truly be you. Think about what should be easy for you to do the moment you wake up, from the moment you go sleep. Wherever you lay and rest your head, you should be allowed to be you in that environment, to do what you want to do in that environment. If there's limitations on your ability to be you in your environment, you need a new environment where you can wake up and not dread the wake up moment, but wake up and feel liberated to start your day doing what's right for you, ending that day putting your head on your pillow with peace in your heart. And if that's been stripped from you, start looking at why that's been stripped and where that's gone. Sometimes it's not even the environment you're in, it's the person that you are that desires to be out of it way more than anything else. And that requires courage in itself, to go out there and start independently seeking independence for you, free from anyone else. I wish you safe passage on your journey. Come and check in and let me know how you're getting on, okay? And I'll be back soon with some more.